Hello and welcome to the I Do Wedding Marketing Podcast. I'm your host, Nina Adio, a social media marketing expert specific to the wedding industry. On this show, I discuss tips to help you DIY your social media, as well as getting the confidence and income to outsource it. Thank you for allowing this episode to come through on your Bluetooth, your car radio, wherever it may be you're listening from today. Now, let's take your wedding business to the next level. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the I Do Wedding Marketing Podcast. I'm recording this on a quiet Tuesday afternoon. It's just me and the cat here, and we were doing so good. I had a load of laundry in, I had the crock pot going, and then I realized I never set the cook setting on the crock pot. I never hit low or high, so it wasn't cooking. Luckily, that was only about 30 minutes that went by for that, but that was kind of my one step forward, two steps back for today. But on today's episode, I'm going to be chatting with you about Chat GPT and how you can use that to move forward with your business. But in order to do that, there are some things you're going to need in place first. Chat GPT is a fantastic resource, but you have to have some things in place in order to truly benefit from it. Before we get started, I want to remind you that if you missed last week's episode 93 was all about LinkedIn. I gave you 5 reasons why I feel that as a wedding professional, you can benefit from LinkedIn. So go back to episode 93 if that's something you would like to check out. I think you should. I love LinkedIn and I would love to be friends on it. So be sure to find that link in the show notes. So, what do you need in place before you start using ChatGPT as a tool or resource for your wedding business? ChatGPT, as I'm sure you have noticed, has put artificial intelligence really into the spotlight, causing a blend of both relief and panic. I tend to lean more towards the relief side, and that comes from experience after using the platform. So, hopefully, after you listen to this, I think you're going to feel the same way. Because, like any online tool, there are ways to effectively use it. Just like I'm able to use social media effectively because I have processes and applications I use, the same is going to apply here for Chat GPT and AI. So here are my list of 5 things you need before you start using Chat GPT. And number one, you are going to need a brand identity. ChatGPT responds to your directives. The more specific you are, the more accurate to your brand the results will be. This is where ChatGPT will not replace a expert like a brand designer, content writer, etc. If you haven't done branding on your own or established a tone for your content yet, a professional is really what's going to help there. But to figure out your brand identity, take some time defining your service, your business, and what you want couples to experience from it. Here are some examples. One of my venues is all about exclusivity and luxury. That's going to result in a different tone when I create content than my venue that's about accessibility and do it yourself spaces. So, this also results in different prompts to Chat GPT and different directives that I am giving Chat GPT. So, number two, this is going to lead to my next thing you need before you can effectively utilize ChatGPT, and that is your ideal client avatar. If you want artificial intelligence to be able to craft an effective content calendar, then you do have to do some of the dirty work. You've got to let ChatGPT know who you are trying to attract, and that is beyond just saying couples or brides and grooms, especially if you want more effective, unique, aligned content. With the example I used above, for my accessible venue, I may say direct the content calendar towards a thrifty couple, or explain why such and such venue is a great option for couples looking to add DIY elements to their wedding. So, the more you know about your client avatar, the more you can apply that in your prompts to ChatGPT. The next thing I recommend having, number three, is an existing sales funnel or process. A content marketing plan done by an expert needs someplace to lead your audience, and this doesn't change just because you're using a free resource. Where do your leads go? Where are we directing clients? Let's use the venue example again. One venue has a sales team that works on commissions. So all leads go into their sales funnel on the website. They don't want leads coming in through Instagram messages that I copy and send it to one of them because they have a process and it's all through their website. So when asking ChatGPT to create content, for them, I would ask them to include a directive to visit the venue's website. If you don't have that system, you can change it up. Maybe you want a directive for them to direct message on Instagram or follow for more content. What is the goal or funnel you are taking clients to? You can apply that directive into your Chat GPT prompts. The next item is portfolio content. ChatGPT can be an incredible resource for many things, content wise or writing wise, text wise, including blog posts, social media content, video scripts, website content, email blasts, and more. In order to take advantage of it, you're going to need visuals to go along with it. For my long term professionals listening, I cannot encourage you enough to get organized with your photos and videos. Having an organized drive of content will help you be able to promptly benefit from what you are getting from ChatGPT. Right? It's really important to have your wedding galleries organized in photos. I like to have in folders, I'm sorry, the photos and videos in folders. And I like to keep a document that has all the professionals who worked on it as well. So that's why I can just copy and paste that when I'm crediting the vendors or that I have it to refer to. For my newer wedding pros, maybe you don't have content yet, consider investing in a stock photo resource that is specific for the wedding industry. I use several of these. Yes, several. Okay. And that's because as I do wedding marketing, I have clients who do weddings, but I'm not actively doing weddings myself. So I find the more of these I can sign up for, the merrier because it gives me a lot of content. And one of those stock photo resources is Sourced Co. And they were generous enough to offer you guys 15% off a lifetime membership. All right, pay once, enjoy their library of over 4,000 images for life. Like the NWO to my wrestling fans who get that one for life. The code is IDO15, and the link to Source Code will be in the show notes. And that also is linked on the resources tab of idoweddingmarketing.com. I have several resources of other wedding industry experts and the courses or the stock photo sites or whatever it is they're offering that I think would benefit you guys. So that's going to be on the resources tab of the website. If you're not ready to invest in photos, Canva and unsplash.com are my favorite free resources. The last thing you need, guys, number five. Number five. Time. What? I know what you're saying. I thought the point of ChatGPT was to save time. And it still is going to. It is going to save you tons of time. But you do need some time to review what ChatGPT is generating for you and modifying it to suit your brand best. Or maybe not modifying, but even enhancing it. Even with your brand identity and client avatar in the prompts, ChatGPT can only offer so much without being a human who has experienced your venue. Review the content you receive from ChatGPT. Add SEO terms. Personalize it when and where you can to avoid having a content strategy that is bland. Review what you get and enhance it. So that is why you are going to need some time. So, what do you think, guys? Do you now feel prepared to start playing with ChatGPT? That's what I call it, playing. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, and it really just sparks ideas for me. It just kind of gives you a playing field, and then you get to go to town with what it creates for you. So if you start playing with Chat GPT as a result of this episode, please let me know. You can contact me at I Do Wedding Marketing on Instagram, or you can also visit our Facebook group, the I Do Wedding Marketing Facebook group. Don't forget to visit the show notes where I will have all of those linked. If you learned anything from this episode, and you must have, right? Come on. I would appreciate it if you could rate and review this podcast. Thank you to those who have sent me messages about the upcoming course I mentioned a few episodes ago. Announcement on that should be coming by midsummer, so stay tuned and make sure you subscribe. The I Do Wedding Marketing Podcast posts episodes every Wednesday, so we will see you next week.